Welcome to part 2 of Getting Steady for the Holidays. Last week we were talking about just creating the structure, creating the 5 minutes. This week it's all about what to do within that 5 minutes. So clearly there are some challenges that you're going to address once you create this discipline. And the first challenge is you just don't know what to do. You don't have enough information to really have a bevy of choices and creating some kind of wonderful 5 minutes that will help you get more steady for the holidays. The next challenge is just having discomfort with your physical body or your mind. And this is a very common thing and really is a big part of the story. I mean, once we get rid of all the distractions, then all we have to do is say, okay, what is this that we've got going on here? What's in my body? What am I feeling? What's going on in my mind? And that alone is very interesting. And that discomfort is something that you have to move towards. And then lastly, I think there's an overall sense that we don't believe in the body-mind connection. We may have a sense of it, but to really know it and really have an experience of it, so if I change my mind, my body feels this way, or vice versa, that's what we're talking about. We're trying to figure out the science of this body-mind connection. So here are some tips that will just move you in the right direction. Within that structure, getting ready for the holidays, what are you going to do? The first thing you have to know is move inward. The whole point of that 5 minutes is just to maybe close your eyes, but whatever you do, know that it's an inward feeling, and whatever external things, we have to tune those things out so that we can get more information. And it's really about becoming present with what's going on inside the body-mind. This is the information superhighway after all. So we just have to know that we're trying to gather data as we're in this 5 minutes. And lastly, you have to practice no judgments, no analysis. It's a very difficult thing to do, but it really is the penultimate of having productivity. So you're really just an observer. You're doing these different movements or breathing or concentration practices, whatever they are, to gather this information in a non-judgmental way and let it sort of be there in your hard drive so that you know that it's something that you have to maybe be more present to during the rest of your day. So for those of you who know what to do, the only advice that I have is to create more structure within that 5 minutes. So have a beginning where you get grounded, have a middle where you move more deeply into the space where you feel like you should go based on getting grounded and centered. And then the last step is always send yourself someplace that is unique and special and different and deeper than where you started. And that ultimately is where you can carry that into the rest of your day. Now, there are some of you out there who simply do not know what to do, and that is totally fine. And so I'm just going to create a very mini structure for you for this 5 minutes. A very tiny little practice, but even in that, it will be a huge awakening and a huge awareness camp for you, or awareness training for you, so that you can understand what this is all about. What is this body-mind connection? And maybe get some more belief. So the first thing that I'm going to have you do is something physical. We're going to have you do bridge pose, 6 to 8 breaths, 4 counts in, 4 counts out. Circular, balanced, smooth breathing. Then you're going to do a lying twist of your choice. And there are several to choose from. And do the one that's right for your body, but the same breathing will apply. 6 to 8 breaths, smooth, balanced, and continuous for 4 in, 4 out. And then finally, I'm going to have you do knees to chest, which is a very simple posture, feeling the flatness of your spine on the floor, the lower back connected, relaxing shoulders and neck, relaxing jaw, just breathing deeply here. Same ratio as before. Then I'm going to have you sit in a chair, or maybe on the floor if you're comfortable. Have a tall spine, and then just deep breathe for 1 minute. Count your ratios, feel the smoothness of the breath for 1 minute. And then finally, I'm going to leave you with a steady scan. And that steady scan is just observing the physical body, just becoming aware. And the way I like to do it is from the feet to the top of the head, because it feels very positive. And again, you're doing this in a seated position. And you take your time, and there's no judgment, and you're just observing the body very slowly from the feet to the legs to the hips, all the way up to the spine. And take your time and see the different parts and just relax your awareness around these different parts of your body without trying to do anything. A steady scan is merely just a practice in observation. And finish at the top of your head after having seen the rest of your body. Your eyes are closed and you're just there. And it's a beautiful way to end. Move into your day and then just observe how this little mini practice has affected the rest of your day. And then we can tune in next week for part 3. Have yourself a steady week.